Hey, welcome to another one of our Futures videos. Today we're starting the series on rights and responsibilities, and our first in that series we're looking at equality. Now, I don't know about you, when I was younger I hated things that weren't fair. I mean, it really used to make me mad when I'd always be questioning stuff. Why are they allowed to stay up later and I'm not? Why is he allowed to watch that and I'm not? Why are you allowed to choose your friends and I'm not? Why do you get to make your own choices and I don't? Why is he allowed to eat this and I'm not? Why are my friends allowed to do that and I'm not? Why are they allowed to listen to this, visit those people, play those games? Why can they do those things and I can't? Why is it that because I'm younger, you're not listening to me? God, it used to really enrage me. Maybe you've had similar feelings. Maybe you know what it's like. Of course you do. Everyone knows what that's like, right? You get hot. You physically get hot. You get angry. That sense of burning injustice and the inability to do anything. It's horrible. Now, of course, my examples from childhood are pretty trivial, right? But not all examples are trivial. This is Katie. Katie's 23, and she recently posted online her experience of getting on a train. She got to the platform. She'd arranged in advance for a driver to meet, for a steward to meet her with a ramp, and she got on the train. But of course, she had to then get off at the other end, and she was assured that someone would meet her there, and they'd have a ramp, and she'd be able to get off. But of course, she got there, and they didn't. So the train pulls in, the doors open, there's no ramp. There's no one waiting for her. She can't get off and go and find someone. She can't go down the platform and wave someone's attention. She's stuck. Can you put yourself in that situation? Imagine being there. She's stuck at the door. She can't get out. She just has to wait and hope someone comes. And of course, there's no one on the platform and no one does come. And she has to rely on the charity of one of the passengers to go and get someone for her. And she describes how it made her feel powerless and small. Something as simple as a train journey left her feeling powerless and small. This is Françoise, big executive at Pinterest, multi-million-pound company. She's suing them. She's suing them right now because she claims that she was excluded from important meetings, paid less than male co-workers. Now, before you dismiss that as being small, have you had that? Where friends cut you out? Where they talk about you but don't join, where you don't get to join in? Where they go and socialise and maybe you don't get invited? Now take that into your place of work. You're skilled, you're talented, you've worked hard and you deserve the job that you've got, but they make decisions without you. They hold meetings and don't tell you about it. They catch up in the bar afterwards and make a choice, and then by the time you've come to work, it's already been done. Even though you're their boss sometimes. That being cut out when you're good at something, that must burn, right? That feeling comes back again. It's Tony. You probably can't read the sign in his window here. It says, "I have lost Jo, my lovely wife and soulmate. I have no friends or family, no one to talk to. I find the unremitting silence, 24 hours a day, unbearable torture. Can no one help me?" This is the story for lots of the elderly in our society. If we're looking at equality, equality isn't just about discrimination. If there are groups in our society who are leading less of a life than others, shouldn't we be working harder to fix that? It's Francine. I read about her story online. She talks about how growing up I didn't realise when some people were being racist. I think by playing it off as a joke, I refused to believe that it was happening. I've gone through school with people making ching-chong comments, stereotyping me into the basic Asian character of bad at sports and good at maths. In the article I read, she goes on to talk about how at least she had it better than some of her African-American friends, whose parents would have to sit them down and speak to them and say, look, if you get pulled over by the police, you keep your hands on the steering wheel. You don't move them. And don't worry about whether your white mates say it's okay to... Don't move your hands. Because racism isn't just about what people say. It isn't just about comments in the street. These stereotypes can be pernicious. They can pervade our society and our sense of who we are. And if a stereotype says that your skin colour means you're more dangerous, well, then you're more likely to get shot. Or in this case, you're academic but you're not sporty. Racism isn't always words that get thrown at us. It's these beliefs, these stereotypes, these ingrained values. And let's play a game. Let's play a game. Let's lighten the mood a bit. Let's play a game, right? You might have played this before. I don't know. We'll play I have never. If you've played this before, you know how it goes, right? Someone says a sentence, and then if you have, well, then you have to do a consequence, a forfeit. Let's say, I don't know. Let's say you slap yourself on the head, right? Properly hard. Don't hold back, all right? I have never, and if I finish the sentence, if you have done what I said, if it's happened to you, slap yourself in the head properly hard, right? Okay? No holding back. I have never been unable to cross the street because there are no dropped curbs where I live. I have never had to think about what name I use in an application form because I know that ethnic names get less interviews. I have never had to watch my brothers go to school but be told I don't get to because my future isn't as important as theirs. I've never been made to feel less because of my sexuality and gender. I've never felt that the system is stacked against people like me. I have never had the people who are supposed to protect me kneel on my throat until I can't breathe and watch me die. Now either you're sitting there with a big red handprint on your head or you're not. And it's fine that you're not. It's fine that you haven't experienced these things. It's good that for a lot of you that didn't ring true. But here's the thing. Unless it's happened to you, unless this is your reality and you've lived it, then it's different. You can know, but you cannot care. Or you can care, but not act. Because where you stand determines what you see. If this is your reality, if you stand in that reality, if they are your shoes, you feel it differently. But if you don't stand in that situation, if it hasn't happened to you, it doesn't feel the same. You don't feel the burn. You don't feel that anger rising up in you. You don't feel maybe that shaking feeling, that sickening feeling, that hopelessness or that rage. You don't feel it. It doesn't feel the same because you don't see it the same. Because where you stand determines what you see. So what am I asking you to do? I'm asking you to think next time you are confronted with injustice, when you are confronted with inequality, when you see something that just isn't fair, don't stand by, but don't stand with them either. Stand in for them. Step into the situation. Step into those feelings. Step into that reality. Imagine that it is you who's experiencing that injustice. Step into those feelings. And then act accordingly. Because where you stand determines what you see. And what you see determines how you act.